We'll be able to talk about that. Yeah,
Yeah,
you know, I won't give you peace until we get to the bottom of
come
it.
on, you can't talk about that on this show.
It's a sport. Yeah, I know some people call it a sport. Yeah. All right. So it's all about sports. Yeah, a lot of games have been going on. Talking about the Premier League. It was in full action, during a Christmas period, a Boxing Day. A lot of games were going on, and guess what? Liverpool is still on top, still in control of things. Are right there. Of course, yeah, when you bring it home, a lot of local games were also on, and there are some signings here and there. Yeah. So what do we have, Mr. Jackson?
Yeah, and of course, talking about Liverpool, it was a big, big game, like on the
Which
Boxing Day.
game?
The Leicester Liverpool game. Liverpool, beating Leicester by 4 goals to 0, beating their closest rival, of course, in the EPL.
No, man, you can't say closest rival. 13 points is it's by far. Maybe if we can just bring it, home. Let's start with local league, because you talked of closest. So now let me bring it to you home. Zesco United, Green Eagles, and which other team is on number 2? All right, so there's Zesco United, there's Green Eagles. There are 3 teams which are on 30 points.
Okay.
Same points. Yeah, just the goal difference. Yeah. So there's Zesco United 30 points. There's Napsa is also at 30 points. Then Green Eagles is also at 30 points. Yeah, but in terms of goal difference and stuff, so Zesco United is still on top. Then Napsa, and then Green Eagles. Then Nkana comes in 4th place. There's only a difference of 1 point.
Wow.
So you see how close it is, when it comes to number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 in the local league. So talking about the local league, Zesco United were in action. They were at home taking on Forest Folem Malembe. Of course, guess what? Zesco were switched off right there at home, beaten 1-0. That was a big game, and of course, another big game which was on. Yeah, I could say maybe it was the biggest game. It was Kalampa Nkana FC. They are away taking on Napsa, and of course Napsa has been doing great. They are number 2 on the league, on the log, but same points of Zesco United. And Nkana came, after being beaten terribly, by Power. Then they went on to beat Nkwazi, but this time, managed to beat Napsa right here in Lusaka to a tune of 1-0. So things are looking up. Yeah, another big game we saw Power Dynamos, after the new coach came in, Perim Tapa. They've played 6 games. They have not lost. Wow. Yeah, so on Saturday they drew with Green Buffaloes right here in Lusaka. That was a big game which was interesting. Yeah. So getting back to Zesco United, some other news. Super League defending champions Zesco United Football Club has announced the signing of Zimbabwean international midfielder Tapazwi Paul Rusik on a 2-year contract. This is a very good player. He was playing for Sensational Zanaco, controlling the midfield. So I think that's a good addition when it comes to Zesco United, and looking at they're playing in their continental games. Yeah, okay. Zanaco, things are not happening too good at Sensational Zanaco. Zanaco free fall in the 2019-2020 FAZA division season continues, as on Sunday they were hammered, trounced, beaten, drowned by Lusaka Dynamos to a tune of 3 goals to 1. Yeah. That's not good for a big team like Sensational Zanaco. And of course, the FAZA Football Association of Zambia is also, starting the process of finalizing the appointment of the Chipolopolo coach, who will take over from, they fired Seven Vanderbroek. So this time they have shortlisted, about 12 coaches. So now this week they'll be in the process of finalizing. Maybe that other week we will have news of a new coach which would be, you know, a good thing at least to know the coach of the national team.
Wow. That would be interesting to see.
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah. And of course, bringing you to the EPL and the game that were played in the FA Cup. In the EPL, of course, we talked of Liverpool, you know, beating Leicester City on the Boxing Day. And of course, also look at Arsenal. You know, surprising, Arsenal beat Man U by 2-0. And talking about coaches, you know, like the changing of coaches, and you know, we've seen Arsenal has changed a coach. You know, we have a new coach now, and you can see, we can see at least now. We can see even the style of football has changed. You know, like they are playing some good football. You know?
Yeah, but you know, since with the new coach, they've only managed to beat United. His first game they were beaten. So I don't know. I don't know. You know, the changes. You know, Ancelotti also came through at Everton.
Yes.
Yeah, they started well, but you know.
But with Arsenal, you know, of course, you know, in his first game, of course, he was beaten. But at least you can see some, you know, some changes. You know, at least you can see some style of football has changed.
No, we feel for you. We know you are Arsenal, so you are trying to.
No, no, I'm not Arsenal.
You know, you want to be patriotic to them, so
no,
that's a good thing.
No, I'm just trying to make Mr. Mui at least feel good. You know, you know, you can see, you know, at least some improvement. You know, and talking of Tottenham, you know. They have also changed the coach. They brought in Mourinho.
Jose.
Yes, they brought in Jose Mourinho. At least, you know, he's, you know, shaken up, you know, things a bit at Tottenham. You know, you can see them at least playing some good football as well. And bringing you to, you know, the FA Cup. You know, the fixtures, you know, that were played in the FA Cup. You know, I'll give you the full list. You know, the games that were played on Saturday and Sunday. And I'll start with games that were played on Sunday, 5th January. We had Bristol City playing County, Coventry, sorry. It was a 2-2 draw. We had Bolton Alba, playing against Northam. Northam beat Bolton by 4-2. We had Charlton playing West Brom. West Brom beat Charlton by 1-0. We had Chelsea playing Forest. Chelsea, of course, managed to beat Forest by 2-0. We had Barnsley playing Crewe. Barnsley beat Crewe by 3-1. We had Crystal Palace playing Derby. Surprising, Crystal Palace was beaten by 1-0. We had Tottenham playing against Embor. This one was a 1-1 draw. We had QPR playing Swansea. QPR managed to beat Swansea by 5-1. We had Sheffield United playing AFC. Sheffield United managed to beat AFC by 2-1. And the final game, we had Liverpool, of course, you know, beating Everton by 1-0. And we had the last game that was played was West Ham playing Game United. West Ham managed to beat Graham by 2-0. And talking about Liverpool, of course, you know, Klopp, you know, like made 9 changes, you know, to the team.
And they still managed to win.
Yes, they still managed to win. You know, he just brought in 2 players probably who maintained their places. You know, we had James Milner and
Milner was substituted just 7 minutes into the game. You know.
Yes, because of an injury. Of course, we are just hoping that the injury is not that serious. And of course, you know, it just shows you how, you know, strong Liverpool is, you know, in terms of mentality and style of play. You know, making 9 changes and still manages to win. Wow.
Yeah, it means the team, you know, has got enough depth, and of course it was good also to see, you know, the new signing from Red Bull Salzburg, you know, Takumi, and also, you know, playing 70 minutes in that, and of course we are seeing that, yeah, it's a good signing, and of course, you know, Liverpool really is a team to beat, you know, this season.
Yes, and of course, you know, one thing I love about this Liverpool team, you know, it's like everyone they bring in, you know, like in the squad, you know, to play, you know, like they put in their best, you know. That's one of the things I love about Liverpool. And of course, today, you know, like we'll be expecting, you know, we'll be expecting Arsenal. Arsenal will be playing Leeds at 21:50, you know, in the FA Cup. You know, we just hope that maybe, you know, Arsenal will continue with their winning run. Just hope that they will manage to win, you know. And those are the games we had in the FA Cup.
All right, so interesting games, you know, in the FA Cup. So it's surprising, you know, maybe not surprising, you know, how these small teams, you know, have taken some other big teams to task. Because I also saw Newcastle, they also drew their game, you know, it wasn't an easy game. They scored first, but the other team, you know, equalized and just put so much pressure on them. So these small teams, you know, they're not bad teams at all.
I don't know, no, they're not bad teams. And of course, you know, like if a small team is playing a big team, you know, like it's like they're playing a final, you know, like they put in their level best,
Yeah.
you know. Like you said, it's like Liverpool, they're playing their final. Like each game they play, it's like they're playing their final because, you know, most of these teams, you know, like they want to beat Liverpool and make a name out of it, you know. So it's always a tough game, you know.
Definitely always a tough game. Mr. Jackson, this is where we need, you know, to sign out. Of course, we'll be back again on Monday.
Yes, you know, we'll be back on Monday next week. So we just want to say our goodbyes, you know, and you can catch us next week on Monday with the sports update.
Definitely we'll be back on Monday. So right now we just want to say thank you very much to each and everyone who's been glued to Prism Africa. Keep it right here because this is where good things are happening, and of course it's a brand new year, so let's start the brand new year in a hyper way. Yeah, we are not tired yet. Yeah, so I know most of the people now are just reporting for work today after holidays, and I know some people who never went for holidays. Yeah. Okay, but right now we're saying our goodbyes. You know, you can catch you know, the mid-morning dose a bit later, and of course the P95 beats will also be on right now. Yours truly alongside Mr. Jackson. We're out.